Hello everybody and welcome to the Import Export Hub channel. Your host Bogdan here, and without further ado guys, in today's video I will talk about the importance of the intellectual property, as almost every product or service that we use daily is a result of some sort of innovation, big or small, that individualize, or I don't know, makes that product or that service look or function better. And I thought that I should cover the most important ones. I don't know if there are others, but from my personal point of view, these are the most important ones. And I will be talking about copyrights, patents, trademarks, industrial designs, geographical indications, and finally trade secrets. Also, by the way, before we deep dive into the subject, you shouldn't rely only on the information provided by me here. And if you want to register your trademark or your patent, please seek professional advice. There are numerous local and international organizations that can help you with this. So please consider this video purely an informative one, without any claim from my side that this is a comprehensive presentation. Also, from the beginning, you should know that according to intellectual property laws, owners can choose to transfer the right to use the intellectual property to another party, basically to grant them a license. Of course, the conditions under which the license is granted will be determined by the owner of the intellectual property and, of course, negotiated with the licensee. And I will give you here a small example. When watching an independent movie, let's say on Netflix, HBO, or Amazon, you should know that the owner of that film sold the license to either Netflix, HBO, or Amazon in order to use or to publish the movie on the streaming platform for a specific period of time. Or I don't know, another example could be the Creative Commons license, which enables authors to allow other people to use their work, subject to certain conditions such as specifying their name or not by using the work for a commercial purpose. But anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that whenever a new product or a service is successful on the market, it is very likely that competitors will attempt to make similar products or services, in which case the innovator, the one who invested time and money developing and establishing a production supply chain spread in different parts of the world, the innovator who struggled to market the product or the service and who struggled to find distributors, can potentially lose all this because competitors can benefit from its creative idea because he didn't protect his work. And this is where the intellectual property system helps innovators, either if we speak about individual companies, to protect their inventions, designs, brands, or artistic works. And basically, with a good intellectual property strategy in place, you can be pretty sure, of course, depending on the country you're in, that no competitor could manufacture, import, or sell that particular product or service without infringing your IP rights. And for this reason, from my personal point of view, intellectual property plays a really important role, if not crucial, in today's business environment that is becoming more and more globalized. And if you don't believe me, which is understandable, I'm a guy from a small town in Italy talking about the gazillions of dollars industry, I will show you what corporations are doing in terms of intellectual property. I will give you a couple of statistics in relation with patents, trademarks, and industrial designs. Coming from WIPO, which is the World Intellectual Property Organization, nothing else than the global forum of intellectual property services, policy, information, and cooperation, established in the mid-1970s. So anyways, coming back to the statistics here, let's take patents, for example, and I have here two examples coming from China. Huawei Technologies, who has 5,464 patent applications, and Oppo Mobile, who have 1,801 patent applications. From the United States, we have Qualcomm Incorporated with 2,173 patent applications. In terms of trademarks, Novartis AG from Switzerland has 233 applications, or from Japan, Nintendo has 90 applications, while from the United States, Apple has 80 applications. And moving on to the industrial designs, again from the WIPO website, we have from South Korea Samsung Electronics with 859 applications, or from Germany Volkswagen AG with 524 application, or from the United States we have Procter & Gamble with 623 applications. So anyways, guys, coming back to the presentation here, let's start with copyrights, which give holders exclusive rights to control the use of their works for reproduction, distribution, adaptation, translation, or public display. A very important factor to consider here about copyrights is that they are applicable only to the expression of ideas and not to the ideas themselves. Examples here are numerous, but I will give you just a couple of them. So literary, dramatic, musical, photographic, cinematographic works, scientific articles, computer programs or databases, all these can be copyrighted. Fun fact, for example, in 2020, J.K. Rowling, which held all the associated IP rights for Harry Potter, is estimated to have earned $910 million. And yes, you heard me right, and you see the correct amount on the screen, $910 million. So guys, yeah, intellectual property rights play a really, really important role in the business world. Moving on to my next slide, which is about patents. And guys, in order to help you better understand how these work, you can see patents as contracts between the applicant and the society in general. While the applicant is interested in benefiting from his invention from a commercial point of view, the society is more interested in encouraging innovation so that better products or better production methods can be used for the benefit of all. And as a rule, patent offices publish the applications after 18 months, and at this stage they become visible to everyone. In order to be patentable, inventions must be, of course, new, involve an inventive step, and have industrial applications. As for example of patents, we have the CD, the DVD technology, but also the mobile phone technology, which is covered by numerous individual patents that companies license to each other, in which case we have a cross-licensing agreement. Other examples include the pen with scanner or the, I don't know, the 3-point seat belts. And by the way, guys, for those of you who are interested, a great resource for checking patents is Google Patents. Now moving on to trademarks, well, this consists of any signs capable of distinguishing goods or services of one company from those of another company, and may fulfill at the same time functions such as advertisement or goodwill. In terms of trademarks, you can register, I don't know, a word, a combination of words, letters and numerals, but also drawings, symbols, fragrances, or even color shades. As for the term for which the trademark is granted, usually we're talking about 10 years, but basically you can renew indefinitely the trademark for a few, of course. And in terms of trademark examples, I've added here the McDonald's logo and the Google logo, and there are cases in which you can trademark your own name, of course, if, I don't know, you are some kind of celebrity. Now, moving on to my fourth intellectual property type, we have industrial designs that may consist, I don't know, of three-dimensional features such as the shape of an article, or two-dimensional features such as patterns, lines, or colors. And in principle, the owner of a registered industrial design has the right to prevent third parties, and so basically other companies, from making, selling, or importing articles bearing or embodying a design which is a copy when such acts are undertaken for commercial purposes. From packages, containers, and household goods, from lighting equipment to jewelry and electronic devices to textiles, all these can be registered as industrial designs. And the most famous, if you want, from my point of view, industrial design is the Coke contour bottle. Now, the next type of intellectual property is related to geographical indication, which is assigned use on products that have a specific geographical indication and poses qualities, characteristics, or I don't know, a reputation that are due to that origin only. And in order to function as a geographical indication, a sign must identify a product as originating in a given place, and geographical indication are typically used for agricultural products, foodstuffs, wine, spirit drinks, or handicrafts. And in terms of examples here, I've added Parmigiano Reggiano cheese or the Prosciutto di Parma or Roquefort cheese, the champagne from the same region, or from the United States, you have the Idaho potatoes or Napa Valley wines. And here I have a couple of key facts about the number of geographical indications worldwide. And we see here that Europe is leading the way, followed by Asia, and we have the Central and South America on the third place with 500 geographical indications registered. And with this being said, guys, I'll move on to my last type of intellectual property, which is trade secrets. And basically, trade secrets consist of confidential business information which provides an enterprise with a competitive edge. And as long as they remain a secret, these trade secrets can enjoy unlimited life. But in order to have the status of a trade secret, the company or the holder must comply to the following requirements simultaneously. The first requirement is the fact that the information must be confidential, of course. The second requirement is that it should have commercial value. And the third and last requirement is that the trade secret holder should have made reasonable efforts to keep it confidential. And in terms of trade secret examples, we have specific conditions in a chemical process, or secret ingredients, or secret sources of ingredients. You have the famous Coca-Cola recipe, or the famous Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe, or I don't know, even the secret client list at your company can be considered as a trade secret. So guys, after, I don't know, scratching a little bit the most important types of intellectual property, I think that it's clear by now for everybody why intellectual property is so important. And as a conclusion, I will give a couple of benefits that can result from choosing to integrate the IP strategy in your long-term business strategy. And the first one is related to the strong market position and competitive advantage, because intellectual property gives companies the exclusive right to prevent others from commercially using a product or a service. The second benefit is related to the additional income from licensing or selling intellectual property, because the IP owner may choose to license or sell the rights to other companies in exchange for lump sums payments or royalties in order to generate additional income. Third benefit is the bargaining power, because I don't know, let's take for example the cross licensing agreements, because when each side authorizes the use of its IP assets in the manner specified in the licensing contract, well, the bargaining power in a negotiation contract is beginning to weight a little bit more. The fourth benefit is related to money, because it's easier to acquire finance. Companies thinking to commercialize new technology may be able to raise capital more easily based on their IP assets, and of course including them when approaching future investors. And my fifth and last benefit is related to the positive image of the company. Because, I don't know, business partners, investors, and other stakeholders may perceive IP portfolios as a demonstration of the high level of expertise, or, I don't know, the high level of technological capacity of that particular company. So, guys, when starting your, I don't know, entrepreneurial journey, no matter the activity, my advice is to invest some time and money in order to learn the basic of IP rules and laws where your business is based and in the major countries in which you intend to do business. My second advice is to develop an IP strategy that is aligned with your long-term business strategy. My third recommendation, if you want, is to formally protect your IP rights by seeking professional advice, as I've told you at the beginning of this video, because this system is very, very complex. And my fourth and last recommendation is to, of course, properly mark your products or services. So there you are, guys. I've scratched the most important types of intellectual property. I hope I helped you when I gave you a couple of examples. And I really hope that after this video, you will be in a better position to understand the implications and the importance of the intellectual property rights, not only in your country, but worldwide. Because as I was speaking earlier, in today's business environment, we are speaking about globalized economy. What can I say? Thank you all for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment and hit the like and the subscribe buttons. And as usual, until next time, keep your business safe and if possible, trademarked. Thanks.